I'm Jaylock.
And I'm Soul.
And tonight we're going to talk about something very special we got to do at Disneyland, which is the Oogie Boogie Bash.
Once the festivities started, Jaylock, what was our first thing we did?
Our first stop was to go and see the Kingdom Hearts characters that were in Disney. We got in line and we actually got to see King Mickey walking out to his Kingdom Hearts area backdrop. And so I was getting concerned about how long we had been in line because I personally really wanted to see King Mickey. I was like, come on, just let us do it. But then we saw Sorcerer Donald, and I was like, oh, babe, they might be switching. I don't know. They might be switching. But what happened, Soul?
So they both stayed. We got to have a 2-for-1, so like even though we were freaked out about not being in the front, it actually worked perfectly for us. Also, just as a reminder, we were in our Kingdom Hearts outfits. What is it? Jaylock picked up a Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi outfit, which I think we're both in agreement is her best so far.
Yeah.
And we actually had a friend of ours make my Sora jacket, which is actually the Kingdom Hearts 4 jacket, which I have envied for a very long time. We had a friend of ours make that for me, and so grateful for that. Thank you so much. But it was kind of a dream come true because, is it both of our favorite video games, Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So this was long time dream come true. Never thought I would get to be in a position to do this, and
He got to greet Donald first.
We were in agreement who we lined up with kind of thing. So like immediately once we got in line, we had some fun chats prepared and stuff like that, and immediately Donald was like, you, like pointing to me kind of thing.
And they were just like, all so excited with us, which made it just so much fun.
Yeah, I went up to Donald and was like, we traveled so many worlds to find you, and he did the little just kind of laughing gesture kind of thing. I think the people inside the costumes had a really fun time with that.
Yeah.
Overall, way less Kingdom Hearts outfits than I thought.
Yeah, we only saw, besides our own, maybe 3-4 others.
Like, I felt a little more special that way as well.
Okay, after that, we had dinner. San Fransokyo. Oh, I had it right the first time. San Fransokyo. They just opened a...
that whole area is kind of a cafe area. Lots of different foods.
A Golden Gate Bridge kind of thing, and Cass's Cafeteria or Cafe or something like that. I don't remember the name exactly.
It was like sandwiches. They had some Asian themed food places and stuff like that.
We got the sandwiches, which were very, very good. Oh man, I could go for one of those right now, honestly. That was so good.
So much of that food.
All the food. But yeah, we grabbed a bite to eat, and it was so much fun because since we were in our costumes, so many people, specifically the cast members, were super excited to see our costumes.
Yeah.
More so than just people walking around the park. We got it mostly from the cast members. Like, that's such a good game. You guys look so great, kind of thing. Which made it really fun.
We were waiting in line for our sandwiches, and just one lady behind the counter was like, "Your heart will be your guiding key." I was like, yes.
It was so good.
Yeah.
So we grabbed we grabbed dinner, and then what did we? I think we hit up some trick-or-treat lines after that.
Yeah, I think that's what we did next. The one closest to us was the bad guy from Big Hero 6.
Yes.
Which was super cool to see, so basically the premise of one of the big attractions of this Oogie Boogie, the Halloween Bash thing, was basically you'd have these big trick-or-treat lines, but also on top of that, there'd be a villain around the area just kind of hanging out, doing banter and all that. And, of course, San Fransokyo guy was, super, serious and stuff like that. I'm innocent, I'm on a mission. But I was looking at him for a while we were eating, and I was like, is that a person or an animatronic? Because, it was a mask. We couldn't see the face, and I don't know. They were really good with their motions and repeating their lines and stuff like that.
Yep.
Kind of thing. I think ultimately we leaned on people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so personally. Honestly, though, the Coco line was probably the best in the sense of like getting candy.
It was really
a
fast.
huge. Well, it was fast, but it was also a really big square, and they had like 3 stations clumped. So you got like what 4 different stations for one line or something, or 6 or something.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice because it's
overall they were pretty good about having a lot of multiple stuff to give you in each one. Oh, what was some of the stuff that we got?
We got lots of M&M products. We got M&Ms. We got apples and carrots, Skittles, Starbursts. What other chocolate did we get?
We got I think we got
Snickers,
Milky Way,
Milky
Snickers.
Way, Three Musketeers.
Oh, that's right. I think we got Twix too.
Did we get Twix? Okay.
I think
Twix.
so. And then Sun Chips.
Oh, yes.
And pretzels.
Oh, yeah.
They did a really good job of balancing everything, kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite moments in that, one of the big highlights for me was Cruella. So I love 101 Dalmatians. It's one of my very favorite Disney animated films. And even the new Cruella, I actually really enjoyed. Part of it is just because there's so much cool fashion in it, and I love seeing that. But she had such an incredible stage. She had a full stage
one of the
for
best
her.
stages, and maybe the best performance out of any of the villains.
Oh, 100%. She just when we got there, she wasn't on stage, and we were like, well, we
recorded the stage, but when she got out, we kind of just sat back and enjoyed it. We didn't record that part.
I probably should have, because that was really fun interaction. But at first I was like, she's not here. I don't know. And one of the cast members was like, she'll be right back. She'll be here in just a couple minutes. So I was like, can we just stay and watch for a second? And she came out and she was fantastic. She was very Cruella. There was a little girl that was dressed as Cruella, and she went up to her. She's like, "You're my favorite." And she's like, "At last, someone who says that I'm their favorite."
Of course I am.
Yeah, of course I am. And at last, someone who actually says that I'm their favorite. They're dressed as me, kind of thing. And she was like, "Do you know how to do a walk? Let's walk." And so she
a catwalk,
kind of thing. And it was just so funny. And then of course she's in a nice way, slightly insulting, but also the kid doesn't realize.
Yeah.
It was just so good.
She does this little nervous walk on the ground next to her kind of thing, and everyone's like, woo!
It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
And then I think soon after that we did the Villians Grove.
That's right.
Which I actually really enjoyed.
It wasn't what we expected. We thought it was going to be a lot of interactive stuff with more villains and everything, but
actual characters, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a lot more just atmospheric kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was the villains places, they had eerie music and shadows and lighting effects kind of thing.
There was so much mist.
Yeah.
There was so much mist, which made it look really cool, but I don't know. I get kind of weird with that stuff. I'm just I don't want to breathe it in. It's gross. But it made it look really cool because they had the trees, they had candles, they had the mist, and it was just really pretty. My favorite part of that whole thing was the end when it's the nicer music and it has the firefly twinkles,
that's right.
Stuff like that. It was so cute. I loved it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I liked it.
Yeah. And then one other awesome benefit to Oogie Boogie Bash, or these Halloween parties they do in general, is the rides are still open. Mm-hmm. So one of the best things I'd say to take advantage of the lower crowds, because it's much more limited capacity kind of thing. The one we took advantage of was the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, because, again, I didn't get to go on anything that was Avengers revamped or anything like that. And it's cool. I miss original Tower of Terror. I'm glad I got to do it.
Here's the thing. Okay, I am gonna go on a small rant because I absolutely love Tower of Terror. Absolutely love it. It is one of the best rides, and they ruined it. I love Disney. Don't get me wrong, but they took this ride that was fantastic, ambiance and everything, and it, don't get me wrong, it looks really cool inside because it's the collector stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But the ride itself is kind of slowed down so you can watch the screens of the storyline. Mm-hmm. And so instead of a constant up and down, you go up and down a couple times and you stop for like a scene and then you go up and down more, which I feel like takes away so much from the ride. Who did we get to see last on our way out?
Oh, the last trick or treat spot was Oogie Boogie.
The man himself.
The host of the whole party, and his area was the best.
So,
absolutely.
If you know where the Art of Animation area is, where you can go in and like there's a bunch of animation on the screens and stuff like that, that's where it is. And they decked it out to look like Oogie Boogie's like place, and it was
like
so impressive.
Crazy slot machine animations everywhere, cards flying over the place, and his costume was really impressive too.
Oh, it was amazing.
They got the full bag, and like if there was a guy in there talking, they had this like animatronic lineup like super well kind of thing, and he had the motions down. That's what I don't know. Is it the costume person doing it? Is there like a voice recording over it, and there's someone just miming the motions? Because it sounded like the original Oogie Boogie actor as well.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's very possible that like the actor is just motioning. Mm-hmm. It's very possible, because it was really good.
We also sat and watched the Halloween parade.
Yes. Oh, that was so much fun. We got there, we had our candy, so we got to like snack on some candy, and then it took a while for the parade to start. Mm-hmm.
There was the Ichabod part was kind of a pre-show, and then we were like waiting for a little bit longer. Yeah. That was still a fun part.
Oh yeah. I love seeing, because you get to see Ichabod Crane walking, and then the Headless Horseman is like trotting behind him, which... Just a little side note, that movie, I love that movie. So growing up, that movie was so scary. Like, we did not like it. Me and my siblings did not like it. But then, as we got older, we watched it again around Halloween time, and we thought it was the greatest thing. And it became like our family Halloween movie to watch.
That's amazing. I mean, from the dawn of time for me, it was always Nightmare Before Christmas. I know that's a super popular one anyway, but like that was the first movie I recall seeing in the theaters as a child kind of thing, and I've always loved it. I know a lot of people always love it, and they represented Nightmare Before Christmas a lot and awesomely in the parade. They had the mayor in his announcement car. They had the little vampires, people controlling him, dancing kind of thing. And of course, Jack and Sally in their own float. He's doing the dancey motions and stuff
she's
like
all
that.
Like doing like the wave and
And a little small touch they did with the Jack outfit is like he had like a skull mask, but his mouth was still free to like emote as much as possible kind of thing, which I think was a good touch.
Yeah, very much so. Well, because you pointed out that Jack is so expressive. Mm-hmm. So if it was just a mask, it would have really taken away from his character.
Yeah.
I agree. One of my favorite things is the dancing ghosts from the Haunted Mansion. They are beautiful. Oh my goodness. So like they're and they do a lot of like the waltzing and stuff like that, and it's just so cool. It's
an amazing touch. It really is. The whole Haunted Mansion flow was pretty dang awesome.
Because it had the hitchhiking ghost. I said that wrong. You say it.
Hitchhiking.
Okay, hitchhiking. I said it. They have the hitchhiking ghosts, and they have on the back, of course, there's the bride, and then you have the I think you have the dancing ghosts coming before them, and then behind them is like shovelers, and they hit the shovel on the ground and rake it across the.
They spark it,
and they spark it. It's pretty cool. As always,
there was also the Princess and the Frog villain.
Oh yeah, he
had a pretty cool float.
He did, yeah. And that villain, he definitely has a certain charm about him.
Oh like yeah, he's got a lot of
charm.
charisma.
Like oh yeah,
thing.
so like that's so much fun. So it's fun to see him. Oh, the big villain float.
Ooh,
beautiful. So you had Hades and who was with him? It was Hades and Cruella.
Oh yes,
Hades and Cruella to start off. The evil queen in the middle, and then the maleficent dragon.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
On the back, and then the Cheshire Cat on like the end.
It was like the biggest villain of all.
Which was so funny because Soul was like, "Yeah, I totally considered him to be a villain." I was like, "Really? I never thought of him as a villain. I always thought of him as like a trickster troublemaker, but like." Not a legit villain.
He screws with Alice the whole time, kind of thing.
Alright, fair enough, I guess. We went and got the medallions at the very end of that night.
Yes, so those medallions, you remember
those medallions are special. So those ones, those are in California Adventure, right when you walk in. If you walk in and go to the little store straight to your right.
Kingswell shop.
Yes, Kingswell shop. There's medallions in there, and the set that we got was Steamboat Willie, Oswald, Walt with Mickey, and an older version of Minnie Mouse. So really classic film, like animation characters.
Probably one of the best sets in
sure.
all the areas, kind of thing. It was a lot, but it was so worth it. So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We absolutely these tickets can be really hard to get, but we absolutely recommend trying your darndest to get one of these tickets around the Halloween time kind of thing, because it's so
worth it.
From all the awesome treats you get for free, along with just the exclusive events, as well as the park just being so empty. Much more crowd's much more manageable, so you can do a lot more things kind of thing. Oh, and for costume decisions, we definitely recommend doing something special. If there's something near and dear to your heart, like Disney wise or Disney Halloweeny wise or something like that, make it special.
100%.
Definitely make it special.
So a lot of special things can happen, depending timing, of course, but when you dress up and you meet the character that you're dressed up as, really fun stuff. If you find a minute to get a photographer and there's a little place, it's just great.
Make the most of it.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
So thanks so much, everybody, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Do you sense a disquietude, metamorphosis?